G'day guys, today we're going to have a look at Beck'S Bakehouse. I'm a bit apprehensive. So we've had some good bakeries and this is a favourite. So let's hope it lives up to expectations that a lot of people have of this bakery and it gets a good score. Let's go. Oh, and Abby's got the Rona, so she'll be doing her review from ISO. Poor thing. Look at these two poor buggers locked inside here. Oh, poor Bobby. How are you feeling?
So guys, we are grabbing the goods. Give a wave to Dad. And let's go eat this.
Right, today a bit different, as you can see, doing it from home because the bakery was absolutely packed. It's a very popular Beck's bakery. And my sidekicks, as you've probably seen in the B-roll already, is down with the Rona. So she's been dropped off. They've got chili, cheese, tomato and beef pie and pepper steak to sample with the chocolate donut like usual. And I've got the regular meat pie and the pepper steak pie. So I'm going to get into it. We have been asked to mention price. So the regular pie was $5.10, which is about right, I think. I think $5 in the modern environment's about right for a pie. And I think the iced coffee was just a fraction under $5. So $10 for a pie and a drink, I think, is about par these days. And I think it was about $1 more for a pre-made coffee. It's just too warm for coffee for me today. So also extra point for them for actually having nut milk alternatives in the cold fridge, which is really, really good for me. And they were really plugging their vegan options. So I was talking to Abby when we did the drop-offs, and we think we're going to go sample some vegan options as well and see if they're as good as the regular offerings from those places. So I'm really hungry, so I'm going to get into it. Here's a quick word from Abby. I'll be back to you with my verdict very shortly.
So I ate the pepper steak first, and it was really good. The pepper was really strong in it. Obviously, it's pepper steak. The meat, I found the meat really nice, and the pastry, which I hope is on the same as the other one because I actually quite like the pastry. It was like nice and flaky as I'm eating it, and crunchy, but it was like gooey on the inside. So I also got an iced coffee, I forgot to say that. So I just dropped off my eyebrow, but I will eat the cheese, tomato and beef pie. Okay, so that pie I realised was a chili cheese tomato pie, and it is extremely hot. Like, my mouth is currently on fire. I had to have a bite of me donut and drink like my entire iced coffee. So I will be on the toilet for about 20 minutes. It's alright, got nothing better to do, but here is a donut. I'm going to take a bite. Maybe food coma nap after this as well. That sounds about right. It's like the first like sweet thing I've eaten since being in ISO. It's nice. You can taste the donut and then the chocolate, and the donut is a really nice texture. I actually really like it. So I'm gonna go consult with my mum on what she thinks this should be rated, because hence why I had half of everything, because we went halves. So I'll go consult with Torianne and I'll get back to you.
So the meat pie was pretty good, wasn't too bad. I'll give it a 7. I think it was like the filling was tastier than the last bakery. It was just as tasty, as the last bakery, but the pastry wasn't anywhere near as good. The peppered steak tastes really good. Not a lot of steak. I mean, I've eaten half a pie here, and there's been one chunk of steak. So down marks for that, but peppery, yes. Flavoursome, yes. Again, same comments on the pastry. It's just not as crisp on the bottom and not as flaky on the top as the last couple of bakeries we went to. But it's tasty enough. It's just, I think it's a peppered beef pie, not a peppered steak pie. Anyway, I'll be back to you in a minute with the donut verdict. Unfortunately, I'm one bite in and already it's not as good as Beck'S Bakehouse, or I'm just going to go with it's not great. I really hate to say that, again, because it's such a popular bakery down here, Beck'S Bakehouse, and it's in a prime spot at Port Noarlunga. I mean, by all means, go there. From past experience, I can tell you their sandwiches and their rolls and their focaccia is really good. But this donut, it's chewy, it's hard. Yeah, I mean, look how the effort I have to put in just to pull a little bit off it. I don't know what Beck'S Bakehouse do to make theirs so bloody good, but those chocolate donuts are Beck'S Bakehouse were the absolute bomb. Unfortunately, after the pies were really good, this is kind of just a bit meh. Actually, I don't think it's even meh. Sorry, guys.
So, I consulted Torianne. She liked the pepper. She didn't like the pepper steak because she doesn't like big chunks of meat, but I liked that one. I'd rate that a 7 out of 10. Mum said she rated the spicy tomato cheese. Is that it?
Yeah.
That an 8, did you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I'd agree because if you like spice, it's good. It was very spicy though. And the chalky donut. Give us a second.
So final verdict, what do I reckon about Beck'S Bakehouse? Well, I'm going to say that for flavour, that peppered steak pie is a 9, but the fact that there was only one steaky bit in there in half a pie, it's got to lose some points for that. So I think I'm only going to give it a 7. I mean, really flavoursome, but it's peppered beef, not peppered steak. Reasonably disappointed with that. I'll give a solid 7.5 though to the meat pie. I mean, it was square, so it's like the square Balfour's pies here. Again, well, I've been asking about how we score. Abby and I were talking about it, and so a dirty servo pie is about a 5, we're going to say. A dry servo pie that's been sitting there all day is going to be about a 3, say, so that gives you some sort of scale. So yeah, to give this a 7.5 for a standard square South Australian meat pie, not too bad. So yeah, so the 7 for the peppered steak, but again, that's mainly because it's not steak. The donut, I'm going to give the donut a 4. I think I've had better chocolate donuts out of the display at the servo. Perhaps just a bad day, but, and again, just my opinion. Look, definitely go try it out. It is, as you've seen from the photos on the B-roll, it's one of the nicest bakeries you could go sit at down here. I mean, it's a nice atmosphere at Beck'S Bakehouse, but you have to like go over the road to the park or down to the beach to get that nice outdoors feeling that you want in the summer down here on the Fleurieu at Port Noarlunga. Beck'S Bakehouse have just the best outdoor setting. It is really nice. And look, as you saw from the B-roll, they're eating cakes and stuff. I mean, again, their cakes are really good, fresh cream, all that sort of stuff. I can't do those anymore, so sorry guys, you have to sample those for yourself. Overall, I think I'm going to have to give the bakery probably a 7 overall, maybe. Yeah, I'd like to give it more. I really wanted to give it more. Like I said in the intro, I was a bit apprehensive about going here because it is a favourite of many people. I mean, back to the days where it was down at Winston Avenue and on Sturt Road down at Brighton, or Somerton, whatever you call it down there. Disappointing, and mainly because of that chocolate donut, which was the last thing I ate. I know, but your most recent impression of a place is what you take, and that have some nice pies and then have a chocolate donut that was just outright hard to chew. Not good. 6.5. Actually, I'm going to give it a 7 because of the ambience. Actually, if you're 8 in there.
Swear, I needed to move location. Mum got a phone call. And the chocolate donut, I say, it was an 8. You can't go wrong with the chocolate donut. Overall, I say Beck's is a 7. Knowing what the environment there is, it's a dog-friendly place. So if you love dogs, I highly recommend it. I'd rate it an 8. I'm pretty proud of it. I love it. It's our local bakery. It's a good, depending where you live, it's a nice ride near the beach. Go grab a pie, go sit on the beach. Same with the SB. But good on you, Beck's. And I hope you guys enjoyed my half. And I'll catch you when I don't have COVID. Bye! Make sure to like and subscribe. I got you, Dad.